So with the release of Suiryu's first 3 ultimate moves, I've been hearing a lot of the same complaints. And no, it's actually not about how his first ult move is utter garbage. A little while ago, I posted a TikTok video about analyzing Suiryu's character to see if he's actually overpowered compared to other characters. My conclusion was absolutely the not, and that if you think he is, you have a skill issue. And let's just say the comments weren't very happy. Keep in mind when I posted this video, it was before Suiryu had any ultimate moves, so I thought it was kinda silly that people thought he was pay to win. Keep in mind, people say this same thing about every other early access character that came before Suiryu, so these complaints were nothing new. However, with the release of 3 Suiryu, ult moves, my outlook on this changed drastically. So today I'll talk about whether or not I think Suiryu's character is overpowered compared to others. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already and enjoy the video. So how this first part is gonna work is I'm going to go through Suiryu's base moveset and determine whether or not his base moves are above average based on 3 things: escapability, damage, and combo extending. Starting off with his first move, Bullet Barrage, which I think is the main reason people think Suiryu is overpowered. By the way, before I get into this, I would just like to mention, if you disagree with any of my points, that is perfectly okay. My opinions are just going off of what I've seen personally. With that being said, Suiryu's first move does around 14 damage and is inescapable but blockable. This move makes room for a lot of combo extending with essentially every other base move. I would also like to point out that this move is sometimes extremely hard to block, as even the missed variant does 3 kicks before it stops, and at that point it's impossible to counter because they go up in the air. So yeah, overall an extremely versatile move, and it's definitely better than most base moves if you ask me. Moving on, I'll talk about Vanishing Kick. This move, just like Bullet Barrage, is extremely versatile. The first kick does about 8 damage, while the variant does about 12, totaling 20 damage together. It goes through block for both variants, and you can escape this move very easily. The reason I say this is because the first kick's hitbox is absolutely terrible and is sometimes very hard to hit. As for the other variant, it has like infinite range and is honestly hard to avoid unless you predict it beforehand. This move works on ragdolled players, and as for combo extending, it's pretty bad, unless you do the first kick and immediately M1 and side dash behind the player, like Garrou's Hunter's Grasp Tech and Saitama's Shove Tech. Overall, this move is average, but the variant is very cool because of the infinite range thing. It's fun to mess around with. Okay, next up we have Whirlwind Drop, and honestly, I don't have much to say about this move. It does 12 damage, doesn't go through block. And honestly, nobody uses this move for anything other than to finish a combo or finish someone off. The good thing about this move, though, is sometimes it catches people off guard, and the finisher does a considerable amount of damage to surrounding players if they don't have evasive. Also, if you really wanted, you could use this move after Bullet Barrage, but why not just use Head first instead? So yeah, just a simple and pretty good move for the most part, nothing too crazy. To finish off the base moveset, we have none other than Head First. I really like this move. It honestly looks like it could be an ultimate move, but that's not the point. It does about 18 damage, and it's incredible to use after using Bullet Barrage, which if you do that, the combos you can make are pretty nasty. It technically goes through block, but the blocked variant of this move literally does no damage. It just ragdolls, so I don't know. And yeah, this isn't a combo extending move if you couldn't already tell. At the end of the day though, this move works on ragdolled people and is really good overall. Lastly, this move can be slightly hard to predict at times, but very easy to counter if missed. Last and definitely least, we have Suiryu's new ultimate moves. These are pretty rough, so buckle up. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. Suiryu's ultimate sucks really bad. For the ultimate part of the video, I'm not gonna talk about combo extending or escapability, obviously, because it's an ultimate. It's not meant to be fair. I'm just gonna give my honest opinion about his ultimate moves so far. So the first move, Rising Fist, is arguably the worst ultimate move in this game's history. Yes, I'm talking even worse than Garrou's Water Stream Rock Smashing. I literally have no words for this move. It does like 20 damage, and you can hit ragdolled players, that's about it. Thankfully, though, the owner realized his mistake and is now reworking Rising Fist. Thank God. Up next is his move called Twin Fangs, and to be honest with you, I really like this move. It looks nice and does a solid 40 damage, and of course hits ragdolled players, big step up from Rising Fist. My big complaint with this move is, my god, it is so painstakingly easy to avoid it. If you're not an idiot and keep your distance when fighting an ulted player, this move is as simple as just walking away to avoid it. The range literally goes nowhere. Still very cool though. Last but certainly not least is Suiryu's Earth-Splitting Strike. Yeah, I mean it's an amazing looking move. The damage is good and it's for the most part not hard to land. This might be a hot take, but I actually don't like the impact frames this move has. The dragon ones are what I'm referring to. Maybe it's just me, but they have a lot to be desired. Either way, a 10 out of 10 move by the TSB devs. My opinion on this ultimate is quite simply, I don't like it. The third move really saves it, but as for the other ones, they genuinely need to be replaced, but I'm hopeful that the fourth move will save it. So is Suiryu actually overpowered? Well, I think yes and no. Let me explain. At the end of the day, enough skill can beat anyone and any character, but in terms of easy and inescapable combos, I think Suiryu's got everyone beat. Also, versatility? I mean, it's not even close, but hey, maybe we all just gotta get used to it. But there's your long-awaited answer. With that being said, that's gonna do it for today's video. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below, and please make sure to subscribe for more videos just like this. I'll see you all in the next one.